Hey, hello YouTube. This is Gesh75. Today I just want to do a little overview on Windows Phone 8 and why I think it's a good platform. I've been using it for a few months now. I think it was launched at last year, end of the year, so it's almost been a year since Windows Phone 8 has been launched. And I've got to say that prior to this, I used a lot of Android. I've used an iPod Touch, so iOS, iPads and stuff like that. Um, but what I really want to touch on is what Windows Phone 8 offers that's different from the other platforms. Because usually in a lot of Windows Phone 8 reviews, they stress upon that it can't keep up with the apps and everything like that. But I think one of the strengths of Windows Phone is that I think now it's reached a certain level, like Joe Bifiori said last week, that it has some of the most used apps available. But what people overlook, I think, is and even Microsoft themselves is how their philosophy works. It's not Windows Phone is not about apps. It's about people. Of course, that's what I tell you too. But it's about more than people. It's really about personalizing the apps, not only in terms of people, but also in terms of the apps themselves. As I'm gonna explain in this video, that the apps really behave a different way as opposed to the other platforms on iOS and Android. And I really think this sets Windows Phone apart and, in my opinion, makes it more modern and, yeah, leaps and bounds ahead in terms of easy to use and easy access compared to the other platforms. And yeah, that's just something that that I've seen in a lot of reviews up until now from Windows Phone 8 that related devices. They don't really touch upon how the apps perform, just the app functionality wise. So does Instagram have video upload or not? But Windows Phone just has a few things, and you'll find out after watching this video that really makes it makes other platforms seem ridiculous almost. Just in ease of use. I mean, I'm a human technology interaction design student. I'm almost done, and what we focus on is, as the title says, interaction design between products and people, between yeah, humans and software, and in this case software on mobile platforms. So iOS, Android, Windows Phone, BlackBerry 10 it's also still there, I believe. But so that's what I want to really touch up on in this video. I'll be using a Samsung A10s. Yeah, I don't think it's the best phone in the world or anything like that, but that's what I really want to stress in this video. I'll be using an A10s to demonstrate and show you what Windows Phone 8 what it can do. And the other platform that I'm just gonna use as a neutral platform is iOS, and it's an iPhone 4S. It's not the fastest iPhone, of course, so it'll be a little slower here and there. But I'd like to stress specifically that this is not a comparison review between hardware, like who's got a better screen, who's got the better camera. This is purely about the software and how the apps actually function on the software compared to each other. And the reason why I didn't go for an Android phone, it's not because I don't like Android. It's been my favorite OS for years, but now I've stepped over to Windows Phone. But it's because I found that a lot of apps that are on Android and iOS more or less has grown towards each other. So the functionality is almost always identical, if I can say it like that. So that's why I just picked the iPhone. It's fresh. Everybody knows what it is, and just to see the clear distinctions in how the philosophies differ from other products. Because the iOS is of course open. I'm sorry, closed, and Android is open. But they're both more or less built around apps. Whereas Windows Phone is also partially built around apps, but much more than that, and in a much more modern way, as I shall find out soon. So I hope you enjoy this video and find it helpful, because that's really my take on this. I don't want to bash any of the phones or anything like that. I just want to show people why I think Windows Phone, why it works for me actually, and what it could do for you. I mean, how it works, how it's actually used in practice. So you see a lot of 1020 videos, they just talk about the camera and then they say the hardware's not fast enough and it doesn't have a 1080p screen. That's not what this is all about. This is just about the core functionality of getting things done on the device. Let's not forget, mobile phones are just devices for us to get things done. In this case, to communicate to people or update your social status and business like that. And you really see that Microsoft really has a very, very different philosophy when it comes to fulfilling that need to customers. And in my opinion, it's really been overlooked, and it's actually superior to the other two platforms in what it can achieve for the user. But all that, of course, in this video. I hope you like this video. Again, it's not to bash anything or anybody. It's just purely showing how Windows Phone 8 works. I would, yeah, how it gets things done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and well, let's get started.